3, 2, 1.
It's the Mohsin Weekend Edition, and you can check us out on hashtag the Mohsin program as well. And I'm very, very happy to have close friend Rajashree Choudhury, my yoga teacher, and she's taught some really wonderful people. Raquel Welch,
Yes.
right? Baron Baptiste.
Yes.
I mean, you have taught globally. You are also, you were the founder of USA Yoga.
Yes. And IYSF,
Yes.
International Sports Federation too, both.
Yes, and you know, I was just mentioning when I studied with you as a student, and very impressionable for me as a student. I've learned a lot. You are a fantastic teacher.
Thank
and
you, Sarah.
You're a dear friend.
Thank you.
And we come from the same part of the world.
Right,
Bangladesh,
exactly.
well, Calcutta.
Calcutta, India, Bangladesh, we are, of course, friend.
Yes. So now a lot of things going on. You have upcoming Omega Institute.
Omega Institute in Rhinebeck, near
Yes.
New York, very close to New York.
Mhm.
I am going to be doing like 5 days of my workshop. It's going to be really, really intensive, and it's for a lot of teachers especially, and also beginner level students. It's thoroughly 26 and 2 and few more other postures, and what I'm going to do with, we call realign, and little bit more understanding the concept of 26 and 2, because people always think it's a fitness regimen. It's not therapeutic, and that's why yoga asanas has a big misconception of in hot yoga community, and that's what I want to realign, to refine what is the, alignment is important and how therapeutically it's affecting. So we'll touch a little bit of physiology, philosophy, yoga, ethical principles, and it's going to be a crash course. And I'm really looking forward, because this is my tryout, because 2020 I'm going to start something with more for the teachers and more for the advanced students, some training program, and
Right.
this is going to be my prep for that.
Very exciting.
Thank you.
I mean, this is really your heart and soul as a teacher.
Yes, from childhood,
Right.
yoga was my life.
Mhm.
I started practicing yoga out of my family, but then it became to my nerve and in the profession and the family,
Right.
And so it's kind of like I don't want to change my roots, and neither I want to change my profession, because I find myself very peaceful when I teach yoga.
Yes, and then the one thing is quite remarkable. Times Square. How many people were there while you were
Wow, it was
teaching?
so many. I think that what they said, around 14,000 people was there, and
Good.
it's still going on though, and that year was a really big one. And after that, yoga became huge, because our Prime Minister from India,
Mhm.
21st June, when announced that, same day actually, 21st June, when they announced few years later, I think it was a 2016 International Yoga Day, I think 173 countries joined together to celebrate, and now yoga is a worship and way of life.
It is a way of life. It's a
Yeah.
science. So
Yeah.
there's
It is a
completely
science,
yes,
yes.
completely different from anything related to religion, and that's the thing about yoga, that it started and always has been a sport.
Yes.
So it's kind of a misconception often in the West. You're the co-founder of Bikram Yoga, and you've trained exceptional people who have been in the West able to create from there, like Baron
Right.
Baptiste,
Yes.
their
right.
style.
Lot of people, it's
Mhm.
like a lot of leading yoga teachers right now, many different
Right.
kind of series, they have their concept and method,
Yes,
but they all came from
I know.
Bikram Hot Yoga.
I know.
And it's sad sometimes they do mention, but sometimes they don't, but it's okay, teachers always want to see student success, so I'm very happy when they are all doing well, yes.
But it's really, one of those things that brings me a great deal of joy, because it's exceptional because of that sharing of knowledge, which has created, this wonderful opportunity for a lot of people here in the West. And the concept of yoga is truly about it being a science, how the mind works, how the body works, how you keep them in tune.
And those days it was not as scientific right now, because now really doctors are very much interested and scientists are very much interested because they find that a lot of places medical science is losing faith. People are losing faith.
Right.
And so how you can bring that faith back and how you can bring health back. And that's why yoga coming as a alternative medicine or which complement the medicine at the same time. Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, learn how to breathe and giving a human being a new way of looking life. And that's why everyone going after the scientific data and having different yoga pose styles and the method, just to have find out findings and having the control group doing a lot of research. And because of the now science and those community are saying, because we all want to hear from expert and they're saying, okay, yoga is great. Yoga is good for this system. Yoga is good for that blood pressure. Yoga is good for heart. Yoga is good for weight loss. All these things. Now everybody's saying, okay, we can continue doing it because there is no side effect. Because medicine always have a side effect,
Yes.
and you always again go back to the doctor, or they will give you 3 more medicine to take care of it.
Right, and it's become actually very much an option where you can now look at non-medication options,
yes.
such as yoga.
And the biggest problem is that to get those medicine, you need money.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that coming? That of insurance companies not providing all the medicine even if you need it.
Right.
So the yoga is the best thing. You don't need for anything. You just need but we just want a little bit more cooperation from insurance company. I think a lot more people can get benefited just to regular put them into the mainstream.
Yes.
That little coverage, then they can continue going to practice yoga in the studios or teacher. Because sometimes practicing at home could be very hard yourself because we are not very, disciplined
Yes,
mentally,
motivated.
motivated ourselves that much alone at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I completely agree with you in respect to the aspect of what's happening more and more in the West, as well as understanding the healing process, which can be done naturally in some cases. Like, sometimes you have issues with depression, anxiety, a lot of that can be taken care of through breathing and yoga. And obviously in some cases you may need medication, it really depends. But I've seen now the medical community has embraced, even at Harvard, they've embraced the
Yes.
concept of
We're both in that
Right,
conference.
right,
Yes.
with the physicians as well as the practitioners
Yes.
for yoga. They've come into a meeting of minds, and that's
Yes.
very important to keep an open mind and look at the science of it. And I think that it's really very important, the work that you're doing. Now, can you give us like your social media or
Yes.
contact information?
Rajashree at rajashree.com, especially for the Omega retreat that's coming up. And if you want to sign up, you must go on to eomega.org, or you can come to Rajashree at rajashree.com. You can get the link and my website and Rajashree_yoga and my Facebook, Raj Choudhury or Rajashree Choudhury, or Instagram. I'm constantly updating all my workshop.
Right.
And also some of the blogs coming up with some kind of, some information or something I'm always writing about social current events, what we are going through, So I think I would be happy if people join with me and share and ask questions, because I would be happy to answer and communicate with people. And don't forget, next weekend is going to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Lynchburg, Virginia. USA Yoga is going to have national final, part of all American Games, because last 2 years we included yoga in all American Games. So people should go usayoga.org and find out when this is happening.
So with your Omega
Conference.
what dates are they?
25th August to
Okay.
30th August.
Okay.
It's
So
going to be.
and there's time for people to still sign up for it.
Please, yes, I really encourage people to sign up soon, because that campus not for too long open. This is like a last events going on,
Right.
and then I go to Kripalu. Again, I'm going Kripalu back in March, and that's also going to be 5 days. same kind of a crash course,
Right.
but not exactly same, but kind of. This is I'm really excited about first time putting realign and refine.
Excellent. So I think that we have about 3 minutes to cover a few things. One of the things that I say to folks is always remember that when you're going to a teacher, when you're learning, you want to go with someone who has that background, experience, knowledge. You have that, and I think it's remarkable the work that you've done. And we kind of laugh off studio a little bit about some fun times that we've had.
Yes,
Onto some
yes.
of
Some of the events, yes, I
So-
know. Sometimes as a teacher, you just find out about that, okay, how am I going to get myself here, teaching. But then always some way the yoga brings everybody together.
Yes.
And that's the best part of the yoga, create the community and create the bonding of love and sharing,
Yes.
which I think right now sometimes it's good to love and sometimes it's good to be mindful.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and then sometimes it's good to be together.
It is, and there's laughter as well. So I think that you are one of the toughest teachers, but one of the kindest teachers. And I'm not. You're part of my family. We have had many laughs, and I've been very blessed to have enjoyed company with your daughter Laju,
Yes,
Anurag,
yes,
your son.
Yes, thank you so much. But the funny part of I remember that everyone says in my class that, oh, like it was so smooth, and the next day they all complain and start yelling at me. So please, that's what I wanted to make sure you understand that things works for your body when body start feeling change.
Yes.
So change is important.
Change is important, and I felt an awakening after the Aspen, and I had a wonderful time because of the fact that
You
it
are
was.
a good person, Sarah.
Thank
you just open heart is always important.
Yeah.
That is very important.
It is
Faith,
important. Faith, hope,
peace,
yes, and love.
and love is always.
I'm all about love. I am.
Yes.
No, don't stay angry. Forgive.
No.
Think
Yes.
about it and then
Yeah.
forgive eventually.
Yes,
But I
yes.
think it's very important to have those.
Forgive. We do for ourselves to
Right.
find that love. Reach
Yes.
out to that love.
Absolutely. And with that, folks, my good friend Rajashree Choudhury and my teacher, stay well, folks.